I've been here in the U.S. for the national and cross-country checkup, talking to Americans as they make their picks for president. And as Karen Paul shows us, with just over 2 weeks left in the race, the jabs, the rhetoric, and the sales pitches are heating up.
That's great, thank you.
Donald Trump swapped his suit jacket for a McDonald's apron, making fries and serving customers.
This is fun, I could do this all day.
In a photo op designed to tear down his opponent. He's accusing Kamala Harris of lying about working at the fast food chain during her college years, but offering no proof.
Now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala. Okay, she never worked here.
Harris, meanwhile, was celebrating her 60th birthday at a Baptist church as she asked Black Christian voters to support a campaign called Souls to the Polls.
In this moment, our country is at a crossroads, and where we go from here is up to us.
Her appeal to voters' morality in Georgia, a sharp contrast to Trump's vulgarity in Pennsylvania. At a rally in the hometown of Arnold Palmer Saturday, Trump made crude comments about the late golf legend.
He took showers with the other pros. They came out of there, they said, oh my God. That's unbelievable.
What the fuck? But honestly, like that's his whole shtick. Like he's made remarks on the campaign trail like that. That's his whole thing. Like that's his whole thing. Going back to like I remember in the lead up to the 2016 election in September of 2016, he said that he remembers that he saw thousands of Muslims in New Jersey celebrating as the Twin Towers fell. And it's always these types of remarks that fit into like a broader pattern of Trump's campaign, which is always often relying on these provocative statements to draw media attention and to galvanize his supporters, or to literally, for lack of a better term, trigger his opposition to make it so that the opposition or the supporters of the opposition or his opposers look ridiculous when they take some of this stuff like overly seriously. And so despite how successful this works, like I don't even think that they think that they're gonna win, or even before when they did win, like they didn't even expect to win on election night in 2016. Like Trump is said to have requested a smaller ballroom for the election night in New York because he was preparing for a potential loss. And that's another thing. Like I might as well just talk about it here, but like there's a whole other layer of this narrative around Trump, and it's like it's this well-documented strategy that we've seen them use. The Democrats, they used it in 2022. There's tons of articles about it. Pelosi signed off on it. And I don't know if it originates from it, but it's the Pied Piper strategy. And it's when the Democrats have, and it many times, supported or amplified far-right extremist candidates, believing that they will make it easier for them to defeat them in these general elections. And like I said, this tactic is known as the Pied Piper strategy. And reportedly, based on like leaked memos, it was employed by the Clinton campaign in 2016. These leaked memos from the DNC showed that the strategy was to elevate candidates like Trump and Ted Cruz and Ben Carson, which in hoping that their extreme views would make them less appealing to the general electorate. And the DNC viewed Trump as a particularly vulnerable candidate due to his lack of political experience and the use of this controversial rhetoric. And that's the thing, is that they didn't realize that like it's this any publicity is good publicity strategy, where they push the envelope so much that they end up benefiting from it, because the reaction from the people who oppose them is so similarly reactionary that it pushes people towards him. And I mean, I don't think that that'll work again, to be completely honest, because he's a known commodity now. So that whole like anti-establishment thing doesn't work. But again, before Trump's like foray into right-wing politics, he was a supporter of the Democrats. He was a longtime supporter of the Clintons and the Democratic Party. He donated to Clinton's campaign, attended Bill and Hillary Clinton's wedding anniversary celebrations, and it was in the early 2010s, essentially fueled by the birther conspiracy against President Obama, which was this false claim that Obama was not born in the U.S. Gained him a ton of attention among right-wing voters, and that's what helped catapult him into the political arena. And it was Trump's newfound populist image that distanced him from his prior association with the Clintons and the DNC, and it's just been memory hold now. So, yeah.
And used offensive language to insult Harris.
You're a shit vice president.
Pennsylvania also the site of $1 million giveaway from Trump supporter Elon Musk.
Tonight's person is John Prayer.
The check going to a registered voter who signed a petition by his super PAC, part of an effort to get more people to register to vote in the state, drawing
I wonder how legal that is.
concern from Pennsylvania's governor.
I think there are real questions with how he is spending money in this race, how the dark money is flowing, not just into Pennsylvania, but apparently now into the pockets of Pennsylvanians.
Musk is promising another giveaway every day until the election, and that is now just 2 weeks away. Karen Pauls, CBC News, Washington.
And coming up on the breakdown, I'll speak with black voters here in Detroit, some who want to see Donald Trump back in the White House.